friends, welcome back to my channel Tegron Learning Hub. In this today's video, we are going to discuss about soft skills entire chapters. All the 5 chapters of soft skills we are going to discuss means all the important questions we are going to discuss in the aspect of lab and in the aspect of examination also. Mostly in the aspect of lab because communication skills would be having in lab mostly. All the concepts or chapters we are going to cover is all these 5 chapters, and all the questions we are going to cover is all these 8 questions. Let us go into first question. I'll explain super simply and super easily and very clearly. I will not explain very detailedly, but I'll share this specific word document in the description. Please go through this complete word document. Confirmly you'll get each and every single point. So, what is our question? First question: types of communication with detailed description of soft skills. Means what they are asking in the question, we need to explain how many types of communications are there and what are the types of communication with the detailed description. First, let us know what is communication. Communication is one of the most essential skill in the personal life or else in the professional life, and it is very important to exchange the information between two individuals or two groups. This is known as communication. And communication is broadly divided into various types such as verbal communication, non-verbal communication, written communication, visual communication, formal communication, informal communication, upward, downward, and horizontal communication. All these are types of communications. So let us read one by one carefully. What is verbal communication? Verbal communication is nothing but words to convey a message. This is one of the most direct communication forms we use regularly. It includes face to face conversations, meetings, presentation, interviews, and phone calls. Okay, verbal communication is nothing but the simple words to convey a message. Where we would use all these things means this would use in very formal communications, meetings, and to talk with friends, like that. For an example, a team leader gives instructions to employees or a student presenting a seminar. This is called verbal communication. And non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication refers to transmission of messages without using words. Means without using words, we need to convey something. For example, nodding head instead of telling okay, giving a smile for a thank you, like that. For example, facial expressions, gestures, postures, eye contact, and body movements. All these are included in this non-verbal communication. Okay, what are the key features? It plays a vital role supporting or contradicting verbal messages. Okay, it often happens in subconsciously. Means without knowing to ourselves, we will nod head. Sometimes when teacher is telling for us, like that, we would nod our head. That is also called as subconsciousness. And for example, a smile showing friendliness, crossed arms showing defensiveness, or nodding to show agreement. Okay, all these are examples of non-verbal communication. And what are written skills? Written skills are also communication skill where we use symbols, letters, words to share information. Where we would use all these written skills means in emails, reports, letters, memos, documentations, resumes, and official messages. In all these things, we would use the specific written communication. What it would provide, it provides a permanent record of communication. It means verbal communication and non-verbal communication are just instances of communication, just it would present in this instance, that's it. But this emails, documents, reports, all this would act as permanent communication if never be deleted. Okay, example, writing an email to a client, preparing a project report, or creating a proposal. Next, visual communication. This visual communication is the combination of verbal and written communication. Means using images, symbols, diagrams, and charts to convey some information is known as visual communication. Where we would use all these things in making presentations, in making PowerPoint slides, or postures, or charts, or videos. In these things, we would use visual communication. So, key points are making information attractive and easy to remember, helps in professional presentation and marketing, and enhances understanding through visuals rather than the long text. Okay, and fifth one, formal communication. Formal communication is used in a chain of organization. Chain of organization is nothing but a hierarchy where in a place hierarchy is maintained. That is also known as chain of communication. Uh, to tell an easy example, a college is also known as chain of communication where principal, HOD, students, teachers are present in a chain of hierarchy. Okay, in this chain of hierarchy, we would use formal communication. Means usually flows from official channels like managers to employees. Means in the college examples from principals to students. Okay, hope you got that point. Use it for professional reports, official letters, or meetings. Maintains organizational discipline and the clarity in that. For example, a project update report sent to a supervisor. For example, in college scenario, we can tell that a project need to submit for our HOD or for a class teacher. This is known as organizational formal communication. Okay, formal communication, you need to remember that only this is used in a chain of hierarchy or chain of organization. Next, informal communication. Informal communication is quite opposite to the formal communication. This is a casual or friendly talks with any person, like a friend or a colleague, like that. This is also called as grapevine communication, which is informal communication is also called as grapevine communication. It helps in building personal relationships, quick and spontaneous exchange of information, etc. And upward, downward, and horizontal communication. This is organizational communication. We discuss it in an organization. We would always follow formal communication. This upward, downward, horizontal communication is upward communication is nothing but information is from subordinates to supervisors. Means information which passes from students to higher teachers, HODs, like that. Downward communication means the information which passes from teachers to students. Horizontal communication means the same level of communication. For example, communicating with student to student, or teacher to teacher, or HODs to HOD, like that horizontal communication means. Okay, we learned everything about the communication and types of communication. Let us enter into the second question. Differentiate listening and hearing with benefits of active listening. So yeah, let us discuss key points of listening and hearing. First, let us discuss what is listening and what is hearing. Listening is nothing but listening something with interest. Hearing is nothing but just hearing something without interest. That's it. First, what is meaning? Hearing is the physical process of perceiving sound through the ears. Listening is the active process of understanding, interpreting, and responding what is heard. Means hearing is only the physical process where ears would get the sound, but listening is an active process where we understand, interpret that, and we respond to what we hear. And hearing is a passive in nature. We wouldn't respond for that. Listening is an active nature. We will respond for that. Involvement, it requires only hearing ability. Means only if ears would work, it's enough. We can hear anything. And listening involves concentration, understanding, and attention. All these things are required for hearing. I mean, listening. Just identify sound or noise. It is used to just identify a sound or a noise. Where listening helps to gain knowledge and build the relationships and solve the problems. and process. It is a physiological process, just only where ears and auditory nerve involves. It is a physiological process where we involve our mind. We will focus on that, and emotions are also involved in this. Okay, for example, hearing a dog bark, or hearing to some fan sound, or hearing to some traffic sounds, all these known as examples of hearing. Listening means listening carefully to someone who is telling, like teachers or YouTube channels, like that. Or we could tell listening to music. When we are listening anything like a music, we will carefully listen to sing with that. So this is also an example of listening. So all these are differences between hearing and listening. And over here we have types of listening like active, passive, selective, critical, empathetical. All this are important. You read yourself, where I'll put this specific documentation in the description. Okay, that's it about this question. These differences are very important. Apart from that, everything is okay. So next question, emotional intelligence and it's important with four attributes. Means we need to know what is emotional intelligence, why it's so important, and its four attributes. First, let us know what is emotional intelligence. In this today's world, knowledge is not only not a criteria. Means in this today's world, success is not only determined by the knowledge or technical skills, but also how a person understands and manages the emotions. Means we shouldn't have a knowledge about only technical skills, but also we need to have knowledge and we need to understand our personal emotions also. So here emotional intelligence is nothing but understanding our personal emotions and also others personal emotions, which is known as emotional intelligence. So let us discuss about a perfect definition. Emotional intelligence is nothing but ability to recognize, understand and manage our own emotions, and to recognize, understand and influence the others of emotions of others. Means we need to understand our emotions, and we need to manage and control our emotions like anger, cry or sad, anything. And we need to capable of influencing other person's emotions also. Where if he or she is angry, we need able to improve them, or we need to able to control them. This is known as emotional intelligence. This was popularized by Daniel Goleman. So again, that definition only in simple terms. Emotional intelligence means being aware of our feelings, understanding others' emotions, and responding wisely. Means we need to know our emotions and we need to respond wisely. For example, while exams are going on, um, what every person would do, they will stress and they'll sleep, or they'll take it very personally, or they'll completely stressing on or panicking. So the person who has emotional intelligence wouldn't panic and would calmly focus on exam. This is a clear example of emotional intelligence. So yeah, now let us discuss what are the four attributes of emotional intelligence. All these are examples of advantages of emotional intelligence. All these are no need as of now. If you want, I'll leave this specific document in the description. You can perfectly read. I'm only explaining the very important topics in this. Four attributes of emotional intelligence. What are the four attributes? Self awareness, self management, social awareness, and relationship management. What is self awareness? Self awareness is nothing but ability to recognize and understand our own emotions. Means how are we? That is nothing but self awareness. Knowing, that's just knowing about ourselves. Means whether we are angry or whether we are calm or whether we are confused, like that. Knowing about ourselves is known as self awareness. For example, um Recognizing emotions like anger, joy, fear, or stress, understanding the personal triggers or reactions, having self confidence and emotional balance. All these things are known as self awareness. Next, what is self management? Self management is nothing but controlling our own emotions and adapting to the changing situations positively. Means what we have discussed in the self awareness, understanding our own emotions. What is self management? Means controlling our own emotions and adapting to that emotions positively. Means reacting to self awareness is known as self management. Here only we analyze our emotions, here we manage our emotions. Hope you got the point. For example, managing our anger, frustration and stress comes under stress self management. Okay. Next, social awareness. Social awareness is nothing but ability to understand other endpoints or other emotions, other viewpoints, like that. Means here not only analyzing ourselves or managing ourselves, we need to analyze others point of view. Means social awareness is nothing but analyzing or recognizing other cultural feelings, cultural differences, or others body language. That's it. Understanding other feelings and body language, being sensitive to the group emotions, showing respect for diversity and different opinions. Okay. Next, what is relationship management? Relationship management is ability to build and maintain healthy relationship through clear communication, cooperation and conflict resolution. Relationship management is nothing but managing a relationship. Means here relation is nothing but anything. Friends, couples, parents, children relationship, anything. We need to manage that properly. How we can manage that properly? By communication, cooperation or conflict resolution. All these things comes under relationship management. By doing all these things we can manage a relationship perfectly. For example, a team leader is resolving a conflict between two members through the discussion and understanding. So I hope all you got this four points. I mean, like four emotional intelligent points: self awareness, self management, social awareness, and relationship management. All these are four attributes of the emotional intelligence. And let us discuss the next question: how personal appearance and body language contribute to a professional corporate environment. Means this question is to explain how our body language and appearance will help to contribute a professional environment. First, let us discuss what is meant by personal appearance. Personal appearance refers to an individual looks or a dressing sense or maintain hygiene in the workplace. All these are known as personal appearance. This personal appearance is the first thing people would notice before any conversation is started. A good personal appearance shows that a person is organized, disciplined, respectful towards their work and towards their colleagues also. So this is the simple meaning of personal appearance. So we discussed personal appearance. Now let us discuss about body language. Yeah, body language. Body language refers to the non-verbal communication. We discussed it earlier that verbal communication and non-verbal communication, right? This body language comes under non-verbal communication. By this non-verbal, I mean body language. We can tell body language like gestures, postures, facial expressions, eye contact. Overall, this physical behavior, everything is known as body language. What this body language expresses, it expresses one's attitude, confidence and emotions without using any word. Means by eye contact or by facial expressions or by gestures, like this. So it expresses one's attitude, confidence and emotions without using words. Yeah, we discussed this. In this corporate world, body language helps people to communicate effectively, build a trust, and shows respect. So, hope you got this point. So, let us discuss how these two would use in the corporate environment. First, about personal appearance. First, personal appearance creates a strong first impression. First impression comes through the personal appearance and reflects on professionalism and discipline. This personal appearance would reflect on our professional life, and also it tells how disciplined we are also, and boosts the self confidence. Well, if we are very perfect dressed for any office or lab exams or external exam, then it would boost our confidence also. Builds the organizational image. In a company, if employee maintains a proper dress code or a grooming standards, it seems to be professional and it would build an organizational image also. So next, it encourages equality and team spirit. If everybody are dressed in a same dress code, then it encourages the team equality, right? So that's the point here. So next, what is important of body language in the corporate life? This is also same. Builds confidence and credibility. Means maintaining eye contact, making perfect gestures. All these things would increase our confidence, right? So next enhances the communication. Instead of standing like a stone and explaining, if we involve the non-verbal communication like body language, like nodding, smiling, open gestures, all these supports to enhance the communication. Demonstrates respect and professionalism. Body language shows the respect towards others like seniors, colleagues, or client, and also it shows a professionalism. Helps in conflict resolution. Improves the team interaction. So all these about body language and the personal appearance and how it would helps to the professional life. So next question is detailed description of non-verbal and verbal communication. What is non-verbal and verbal? We discussed earlier. So again let us discuss very simply. Verbal communication means verbal communication is the process of expressing ideas and information through the spoken or written words. It uses language as the main medium and it is the most common form of communication. Means what is verbal communication? It is about just expressing the ideas and information. It can be a speaking or it can be writing in words. It uses languages as a main medium like English, Telugu, Hindi, Kannada. All these are main medium for the verbal communications. For example, conversations, classroom lectures, meetings, phone calls, presentation, or even email writing is also comes under verbal communication. Types of verbal communication is oral communication, written communication. Yeah, these two. You can read that. Now let us come to the non-verbal communication. Nonverbal communication is the process of conveying messages without using words. It includes facial expressions, gestures, body posture, eye contact, and tone of voice. Means what is nonverbal communication here? It is of conveying messages without using any words. What this includes mainly body language like facial expressions, gestures, body postures, and eye contact, and also tone of voice. For example, a simple smile to show a friendly face or nodding to agreement or folding arms and telling a handshake, all this comes under nonverbal communication. Hope you got these two. Types of nonverbal communication: facial expressions, gestures, posture and body movement, eye contact, appearance, and tone and voice, pr- and use of space, touch. All this comes under nonverbal communication. So here there is a quick differences, and yeah, next comes under let us come for next question. How does problem solving involve in decision making? So here we have two keywords. One is problem solving and one is decision making. Here what they are asking, how problem solving involves in decision making. First, let us know the meaning of problem solving. Problem solving is nothing but identifying a problem, means analyzing its root cause and finding an effective solution is known as the problem solving. The skills it required, means to solve a problem we need to have logical thinking, creativity, analytical thinking, and all these things. We need to overcome all the obstacles to reach a specific goal, like that. For example, if a company sales is declining day by day, the team must identify the reason and root cause why the sales are declining to improve the sales. Now let us know the meaning of decision making. Decision making is the process of best choosing the best possible solution from the available alternatives. For example, we have number of alternatives we have for a solving a problem. So what we have to do, we have to use decision making and we have to pick a smarter solution among that. And decision making is a part of problem solving that focus on selecting most suitable action and achieve a solution. For example, we discussed about declining sales, right? For declining sales, the solution might be increasing advertisement, offering more discounts, or improving product quality. Among these three, we need to choose a less conflict decision. This is known as decision making. Now let us discuss about relationship between problem solving and decision making. Problem solving and decision making go hand in hand. One cannot exist with another. Without problem solving, decision making wouldn't occur. Without decision making, problem solving will also not solve it. Means decision making is a very crucial step to solve a problem. In every stage of solving a simple or complex problem, we involve our decisions in any form. It may be in any form. Only a perfect decision might solve a problem. Without the decision, problem will not be solved. Okay, all these are the steps. All these are basic steps. So this is about how does problem solving involve in decision making. So next, let us discuss about why is understanding and respecting cultural differences is important in corporate etiquette. Means what this question is telling, how understanding the cultural or respecting the cultural differences is important in the corporate etiquette. Means in a corporate system, many culturals would participate, many language people would participate, many countries people also would participate. Means in a specific corporate etiquette there may be number of regions. For example, it coming for region or coming for language or coming for entire country, there would be lot of conflicts. So we need to respect the type of cultural differences. So respecting the type of cultural differences is important. So we need to explain how this is important. We need to explain that. So, first, meaning of cultural differences. Cultural differences refers to variations of people beliefs, values, behaviors, languages, and custom to come from the unique and social national backgrounds. We also know what is the cultural differences means. No need to explain that specifically. So, yeah. In a corporate setting, these differences influence how people communicate, negotiate, make decisions, greet others, or handle conflicts. For example, I'm a person who have a much cultural differences. Like I'll treat people in USA like one, or I'll treat people in Japan or India like others. So by handling this, we would have a lot of cultural differences, right? So if I respect these cultural differences, I will handle each and every country in an equal manner. So that's why the cultural difference, respecting the cultural differences is very important. We will respect each and every part in a same way. So we will take decisions better. So we can handle conflicts better. We can negotiate better. We can make decisions better. This is known as respecting and meaning of cultural differences. So now let us know the importance of understanding the cultural differences. Why we need to understand the cultural differences? First, to build the respectful workplace relationship, means to maintain a two-person relationship or two-group relationship better, we need to understand the cultural differences. And to enhance the communication, if we understand the cultural differences better, we can enhance the communication also, and it encourages the teamwork and also the collaboration. It improves the customer and client relationships also, and it prevents the conflicts and misunderstandings and support inclusion and diversity, and reflects positive corporate image. All these are the importance of understanding cultural differences. So, what is the example of cultural etiquette in corporates? Means greetings, punctualities, communication style, maintaining the dress code, all these things. What are the benefits by this cultural awareness in the corporate etiquette? It builds trust and respect, and also it relates to the employee satisfaction also. An internal relationship or international relationships would be better, enhances the team performance, and also promotes the long term professional success. So that is about cultural differences, how long we understand the cultural differences. And now let us discuss what are the conflict managing strategies to get the right resolution in the workspace. Means conflict managing means um, reducing a conflict or avoiding a conflict. This is called conflict management. What are the strategies we have for this resolution of this conflict management in a specific workplace? We need to know all these things. First, let us know what is the meaning of workspace conflict. Workplace conflict, when this workplace conflict would occur when two or more employees or teams have disagreements due to the difference of opinions, goals, and personal or work methods, then we will have this workplace conflict. Means when a two persons wouldn't come under a single page, then this workplace conflict would occur. Why this would be arises in two groups or two individuals? Means when there would be a poor communication, lack of understanding, competition, and role of confusion, or even if we have more stress, we could get this workplace conflict. If we not manage it this properly with the help of right resolution, it may lead to low moral values, reduce the teamwork, and also productivity loss. So we need to adopt the conflict resolution techniques, and we need to apply those when a conflict occurs. So, importance of managing conflicts. We need to manage conflicts because our relationships may need to be healthy. We need to have clear communication, team collaboration should be there. There should be no stress, negativity, and workplace politics. And also, we need to focus on organizational goals. So, we need to manage all these conflicts. So let us know what are the important strategies. First, avoiding or withdrawing the strategies. Avoiding is nothing but when this technique would help when there is a simple or very small problem. Instead of reacting over there, we can just ignore that, or we can avoid that conflict temporarily. So this is a type of uh, conflict management technique. Okay, just we need to avoid, we should not keep more interest or more stress on that specific small topic. This is called withdrawing strategy or avoiding. What is next? Accommodating smoothing strategy means here there is a conflict between two persons, then one person should understand other person, and the person X should come to the page of person Y. Means this would apply or work when the relationship is better than their own winning or argument. Means it is suitable when maintaining relationship is more better than winning. Means one person should compromise and should accept the other person's decision is nothing but a smoothing strategy or accommodating. Compromising, give and take strategy. Compromising is nothing but both parties give up something and reach to a mid ground. Means what person A wouldn't down for their point, person B also wouldn't down for their point. So some middleman would come and would compromise that point. Means it would be not beneficial for the both persons. We will announce some third or middle grounded solution which both persons should appreciate and which both persons would accept for that. It is a balanced approach between assertive and cooperation. It is a balanced approach means both persons would come up middle grounded and they will accept the third point. So it is called compromisation or a give and take strategy also. So next, competing or forcing strategy means here two persons would be there. One person would force another person to accept this point only. This is used when a higher officials and lower officials are there. For example, a employee and manager would be there. Manager will stress the employee to do this particular decision, to accept this particular viewpoint. So employee has nothing option other than accepting that specific point of view. So this is called competing or forcing strategy. Next one is collaborating. Collaborating is nothing but works together for both the points. Okay, and yeah, that's it about this specific question. Techniques of conflict resolution. This is about all the 8 questions. All these are very important in the exam point of view or lab point of view also. I will share this document, entire document in the description, so you can go through this entire document and you can know some more important points. So all these are the units we have for the soft skills. So learn everything perfectly. All the best for your exams. And yeah, that's all for this today's video. Hope you like this video. If you have any doubt or any confusion, please leave in the comment section. I'll try to answer each and every of your comments. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Tegron Learning Hub. Thank you. Have a nice day. Hope for the best. See you in the video soon. Bye bye.